All right, so you have, again, look at the lacerations and cuts, 18, but look at the dollar amount associated with it. Right. Could we have prevented that one? Maybe, maybe not. But there's some other issues buried in this case study, and we're going to get into those now. All right, with that, I think we're going to have Keith come up and address some of the legal aspects first this time.
First, let me go after Brad. He said there was a retaliatory claim here. There is no such thing as a retaliatory claim in the state of Ohio. Okay? That's a wrong word to use. That's a wrong way to look at things. Employees have an absolute right to file a claim. Okay? The question becomes is, can you defend that claim and can you beat back that claim by showing certain things that it didn't occur at work, it was a pre-existing claim, et cetera, et cetera. So there is no such thing as a retaliatory claim in the state of Ohio, and that's because years ago, the General Assembly decided that we have a trade-off in the state of Ohio. Employees would get this system called workers' compensation, and in exchange, they would lose the right to sue their employer in court for their claims and injuries. Okay? So we don't get the lawyers theoretically involved in the ever-present lawsuit against you for workers' injuries. Instead, we go through the administrative process known as the Bureau of Workers' Compensation, and that's how their claim is administered. Okay? As a matter of fact, Ohio has the opposite of a retaliatory claim, and that is retaliatory protection for the employee. There's an anti-retaliatory statute in Ohio, 412390, that prevents you from retaliating against an employee simply because they filed a claim or made it known that they were about to file a claim as a result of what they consider to be a workplace injury. But fraud is different. Okay? Fraud is where they are what this employee is doing, apparently, as evidenced by their Facebook, by the fact that they're moving into their apartment, by the fact that other people are seeing them do things inconsistent with their physical conditions and limitations. That's a absolute prohibited transaction under the Bureau of Workers' Comp. So there's fraud hotlines you could call for the Bureau of Workers' Compensation. You can report fraud. You could do it yourself. You could investigate fraud yourself. How do you do that? You hire private investigators. Some of the best cases I've had to defend in the workers' comp setting have come from evidence gathered by private investigators. The guy doesn't know someone's following him, okay? He's out there doing all kinds of things inconsistent with his claim that he can't come to work and be a server. He's mowing his lawn. He's weeding his bed. He's doing all this landscaping. He's carrying the peat moss. I mean, he's doing all kinds of things, and meanwhile, your private investigator is snapping away or filming away, and all that stuff will get to be introduced at a hearing, not only to defeat his claim, but to also assess to the Bureau and to tell the Bureau he's committing fraud. Okay? Social networks, it was mentioned in here, that they've seen pictures on the person on their Facebook. And I don't know, my son may know more about the social networks. James, what are the social networks out there besides Facebook? But I mean, there's tons of them where you can look at people, and they seem to always want to tell people about, you know, their vacation down to Florida and everywhere else they're going in the world. Meanwhile, they're all at work on a workers' comp claim. Okay? It's crazy the stuff you can find on Facebook about people, and just snip it and bring it in and report it as fraud to the Bureau. Employee statements. And remember in the example we had, people helping a person move into their new residence. Okay? Employees get jealous of people who get to go off of work and don't have to come into work each day, and they have to carry their load. So your employees report